I'm Joanna Small, Public Affairs and Communications Manager for the Lynnwood Police Department. It's Thursday, December 23rd, and this is your LPD Video Week in Review. Here's a summary of some of the most notable incidents your Lynnwood police officers responded to in this last week or so. On December 11th, officers were dispatched to the American Eagle inside Alderwood Mall to take a report of a high-dollar retail theft in which the suspects appeared to work as a team to confuse the employees and steal the merchandise. Workers said one of the suspects distracted the staff while another selected merchandise and put it into a bag held by a third person. That person would then leave the store and a different person would return and the group would repeat the process. They did this 5 times in about a 30-minute time period, stealing nearly $4,000 worth of items. If you know anything about this crime, call the number on your screen. On December 14th, officers were called to Nordstrom, also in Alderwood Mall, for a report that a group of quick change scammers hit 2 different registers inside the store and stole nearly $5,000. According to the store's asset protection workers, quick change scammers pay for a small priced item with a large amount of cash and then overwhelm and confuse the cashier into giving them back considerably more money than what they're owed. You're looking at surveillance video of one of the incidents. It occurred on November 27th around 4:45 in the afternoon. If you know anything about this crime, call the number that's on your screen. Unfortunately, 'tis the season for car prowls and break-ins, and we see them quite frequently in parking lots that belong to large fitness centers. On December 17th, we took a report of exactly that at the LA Fitness on Highway 99. 6 people reported that their vehicle windows had been broken. The damage was extensive, but only one of the vehicle owners reported anything was missing from inside, which means at least the victims had done a good job taking any valuables with them when they left their vehicles. There was no video surveillance of the incident and no suspect information. On December 17th, officers were called to a theft in progress at Best Buy and things turned violent. The loss prevention employee pointed out 2 women as they exited the store with stolen items, but they both refused to stop when officers asked them to. One of the women attempted to climb into the passenger side of a getaway vehicle when one of the officers grabbed her arm. She told the driver to go, and he did, knocking our officer to the ground as they sped off, causing a minor injury to the officer's hand. A short time later, the car crashed into another vehicle occupied by an uninvolved bystander. The driver of the suspect car fled, but officers were able to arrest the passenger, who also tried to run, one of the 2 Best Buy suspects. The other ran off during our contact with the fleeing vehicle outside the store. The woman we arrested is now facing additional charges for resisting arrest and obstructing law enforcement. One of our canines alerted on a drug odor in connection to the car, which was impounded, while we worked to secure a search warrant. On December 21st, officers responded to a theft in progress at Nordstrom, and the suspect ended up literally falling at their feet. While running from a loss prevention employee and carrying an armful of about $1,000 worth of merchandise, the man tripped on the curb outside the store and rolled into the parking lot where one of our officers was waiting. He attempted to get up and flee the scene, but was quickly handcuffed. He dropped all of the items in the process. The man was cited for theft 3 and issued a drug resource pamphlet because officers found about a dozen of what are likely fentanyl-laced pills called blues on his person. During the early morning hours of December 21st, officers were tracking a stolen phone with help from the victim. The phone had previously been tracked to a dark blue Nissan Rogue, which was also reported stolen and had eluded police. It led officers to the Emerald's Best Motel in Edmonds. As 2 Lynnwood police officers in an Edmonds patrol vehicle responded to the parking lot, the Nissan came speeding around the corner as seen on hotel surveillance footage, swiping one of our patrol SUVs and crashing into several parked cars. The driver, who was later found to be carrying several knives in his pocket, got out and ran, refusing to comply with orders to stop. One of our officers deployed his taser and was able to safely take the man into custody. During the short foot chase, the stolen Nissan rolled backwards into our patrol vehicle, where it then came to a stop. The suspect is currently facing multiple felony charges. And finally, earlier this month, officers responded to 2 school-related reports where early intervention may have prevented a far more serious incident. In the first, a Meadowdale Middle School student sent threatening text messages containing images of weapons to another middle school student who told their parents, who then told us. The 14-year-old was booked into the Denny Juvenile Justice Center for threats and harassment. In the second, a Meadowdale High School student admitted to bringing a handgun he'd stolen from a relative to school and showing it to several friends. One of the other students again told their parents, who then told us. The 15-year-old was also booked into the Denny Juvenile Justice Center for illegal possession of a firearm and theft of a firearm. We are very grateful to the teens and families who took immediate action in both of these cases. That's all for now. We hope you have a very safe and happy holiday.